Hello, I'm Joseph Noy, founder and CEO of the NeuGroup here in Hong Kong, gaining insight on developments from this international gateway to China. I've been exchanging knowledge with JP Morgan, Citi, the HKMA, Bosera Asset Management, Thomson Reuters, HSBC, and other local contacts. And here are my top takeaways. First, cash out of China. The brakes put on outflows of cash and capital that began this year still have MNCs thinking cash out versus yield picked up with cash parked in the country. Perceived deval risk could easily wipe out any expected yield. The end to explicit guarantees on local offered wealth management products has put more remaining cash in time deposits and limited AAA funds. Number two, prepare for allocations when it's time. Implicit guarantees remain, and the trick to sorting out credit risk in China is understanding the nature and strength of these. For example, some SOEs are essentially funding SPVs for local Chinese governments, and they're like quasi-municipalities. Medium term, any fixed income investor of size will need to get comfortable with China credit risk, and the inflection point when China allocations and renminbi will need to ramp to reflect the size of this market. Now is the time to get to policies, risk perspective, and prepare to pull the trigger if you're not already ready to go. Number three, banking regulations come to the region. Basel III and the interpretations thereof are being implemented in the region over the next several years. Particularly in China, foreign banks hope that their familiarity with the international bank regs will give them a leg up on their local competitors, but they lack local government support. And NIM compression due to rate liberalization and the unfamiliarity of local customers with fee-based business will have foreign banks pulling back. Thus, consolidation and efficiency are the watchwords both for banks and their corporate customers. Will shadow banks fill the breach? Remains to be seen. Final takeaway is Hong Kong and the new incentives that they've introduced this year. Tax and other incentives aren't the only reason to pick your Asia Regional Treasury Center location, but Hong Kong has at least taken that off the table in comparison to Singapore and even some of the mainland China SPVs to make it easier to consider Hong Kong as a location for your Asia Regional Treasury Center. That's it for me. Joseph Noy signing off from Hong Kong, where it's rainy. Typhoon is fortunately passed us by, but it's a wet day here in Hong Kong.